What's going on, my wonderful Voice Play family? This is your boy Retro Quin, and y'all see that title. Y'all see the title. Y'all been at me. Y'all said I gotta do Geoff solo, turn the page. So here we are. I know it's not gonna disappoint because y'all been at me a lot about this particular song. And I did go and check out the original song. I didn't listen to it fully. I just wanted to check out like the first, I think like 20 seconds or so, just so I can get a feel for what it sounded like. And then that way I can kind of not necessarily compare, but I could see how Geoff puts his spin on it, to make it, his version, so to speak. But we finna go ahead and get into it. Turn the page, low bass singer version from Geoff. Let's go ahead and get into it.
On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engines moaning out this one-note song.
I wasn't even planning on pausing already, y'all, but listening to Geoff come in with this, it sounds totally different from the other song, like from the original song. And not in a bad way, but like just totally different in a good way. Like, it's honestly, if I just heard this, I would think that it was Geoff's song. This just a couple of seconds in.
On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engines moaning out this one-note song. You think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you ride in 16 hours, there's nothing much to do. When you don't feel much like riding, you just wish the trip was through.
Ooh, sound like you're lonely.
Here I am.
Wow.
On the road again. There I am, up on the stage, there I go, playing the star again, there I go, turn the
page. Wow. I was not expecting that. And one thing that I will tell y'all, like just from me seeing these 4 different shots, I will tell y'all, I haven't seen the behind the scenes and stuff. I know that y'all said that they put some of the behind the scenes on the Patreon, but this would definitely be one that I'm interested in checking out because I know none of y'all know it, but I do have a secondary YouTube channel. It's a sneaker channel, shameless plug, Retro Quin. Y'all go check that out if you into sneaker reviews, fashion, stuff like that. But really, as early as like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was actually looking at videos to see how do I get double, triple, multiple shots within the same video screen or whatever. And just from the videos that I was looking at, it's not necessarily hard, but it takes a lot of time and extra effort. So for him to have all of these multiple shots, just kind of right off the top of my head without looking at the behind the scenes, in which he could have done totally different from what I'm about to say. But I'm almost certain that this original shot right here with him playing on the piano, that's one shot. And then he had to go back and within that same shot, he had to go back and shoot each one of these so that it could get like those different harmonies and stuff that you hear in the background and blending everything in. All of those are his voice, but it's blending in one melody as if it's multiple people. So I know that it was a lot of extra time, and I'm sorry to be long-winded, but I just want y'all to understand, which I'm pretty sure that y'all do, but I want y'all to understand how much extra time and effort went into making a video like this. Even though it seemed real simple and real subtle, a lot goes into making these type of videos, and I really, really appreciate that, aside from just him doing a fantastic cover so far. But I wasn't expecting this shot though, I ain't gonna lie to you. This amazing.
Here I am on the road again. go. Turn the page.
Was all maracas, I think.
So you walk into this restaurant, all strung out from the road, and you feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode.
Man.
Yeah, most times you can hear them talk, other times you can't. All the same old cliches. Is it woman, is it man? And you always seem outnumbered. You don't dare make a stand. Make your stand. Yeah,
Here you go.
I am on the road again. There I am, up on that stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go. Turn the page.
Like, this is so mind blowing, y'all. Like, it's I don't want to get so caught up into the talent that we miss the message, because it's a beautiful message as well. And I can see why he would cover a song like this, you know, being that, you know, he's an artist, he's with a group, and he's solo. So, you know, they do so much traveling and stuff, on touring, you know, being in different cities and stuff. They're away from their loved ones, you know, family, friends, kids. Like they're away from them. Like sometimes artists and stuff, they might be on the road, you know, 6, 7, 8, even all 12, like the entire year. It's so much time that they spend on the road. And a lot of people, like, of course, they smile and looking happy and stuff like that. And a lot of people, they'll be like, man, that you got to be living a life, man. Like, you in different cities, you get to see a lot of different things. And which, true enough, all of that stuff is fun and everything. You're making money, you know, making memories, enjoying life and stuff. But you have those low moments too, because you really miss your family and friends and stuff, and like, you know, just being back at home. And it's only so much that a FaceTime, you know, could do, you know, talking on the phone, maybe writing letter, you know, we ain't really writing too many letters nowadays with the advancement of technology and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only so much you could do to, like, you know, channel that love and just, you know, just keep it all together and stuff. And it's like you on the road for so many hours and stuff, taking different flights and stuff. And at some point, man, it just really beats you down, man. But, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't want to lose sight of the message in the song. But this is some amazing talent that's on display right now. And like, you know, just being able to change his voice, traject his voice in so many different ways to bring all of those melodies in, to just make it sound like it's a full choir, or like a, you know, like a mass choir or something like that. But this is just one person, you know, multiplying his voice, you know, so many different times and just bringing it all together, man. Like this, I would imagine this is an amazing behind the scenes. I know it is.
There I go, playing the star again.
You got the different lighting. Woo, right there.
As you lie awake in bed, with the echoes of the amplifiers ringing in your head.
That's all
you
you got.
Smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said.
Golly.
Well, here I am on the road again. There I am up on stage, there I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. Yeah, here I am.
Before we get into this too, because like I told y'all, I did play like the first few seconds of the original song just so I could kind of get a feel for like, you know, how Geoff was gonna put his spin on it. But in my opinion, and I'm not just saying this because it's Geoff, but he makes the song sound like 10 times better. And the reason why I say that is because like just with the way that he's able to, you know, traject his voice, you know, hit the different highs and lows, and then how the lighting is shifting and stuff, like the, you know, the immersive effects, ambiance, all of that different stuff. It just, to me, I can feel it more. Like it's just like that feeling. I feel that a lot more, and it's almost like you could feel that pain that he's trying to portray, you know, through his voice, through his singing and stuff. But like just reiterating that point of being on the road, playing your songs, being on stage, you know, you lay down at night at the end of the day, and it's like all of that stuff replaying in your head, but you still missing home. You still missing your loved one. You missing your own bed, your own home cooked food and stuff. Like, man, it's so much that goes into this, man. And that's why I have an extra appreciation for people like this. That's, you know, of course he's, like I said, on the road, making experiences, memories, having fun, but it's still it's a huge sacrifice that comes with this type of lifestyle too, though.
There I go, turn the page. Yeah, here I am, on the road again. There I am, up on the stage. There I go, play the star again. There I go.
Bringing it down now, boy. Now another thing that I like right here, you know, when he was talking about being on the stage, all of the stuff, like, you know, singing and stuff, and it was a little bit more upbeat and everything, up tempo. You could see the multiple shots, you know, with him duplicating himself. You could see himself in the picture and stuff more, but now you got this still shot. It's back gloomy again, and it just kind of reiterates that point where, like, when all the lights and stuff go out, you know, you just left with yourself at that point, and that's when it really starts eating at you then, because you alone now. You're not having all of that extra noise, extra people around you and stuff like that, those distractions and stuff. You don't have all of that around you. So now that you done lay it down in the bed, you just rethinking all of this stuff, replaying all this stuff in your head. Man.
And I'm gone.
Amazing.
Hey y'all, Geoff here. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing. Creating videos like this is tough, but made so much easier with the support of the community at Patreon. If you'd like early access to videos, the karaoke version of the song, behind the scenes footage, audio session walkthroughs, and so much more, head on over to Patreon and sign up for free today. Special thanks goes out to Huldra Draco, Amy Foster, N. Kitty, Joanne Wood, Tema Krempley, Juliana Livingston, Diane Holland, Sarah O, Lori Templeman, Patricia Schumann, Jordy S., A.M. Person, Carl and Melanie Thomas, Saniva and Asa Lagnestal, and Debs Badger. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm glad that he said that in the, like, you know, towards the end, because that reiterated my point Like these type of videos are extremely hard to make. Not saying that they're just impossible or anything like that, but it's just, you know, being able to get the perfect lighting. It's just you, so you have to constantly redo things. And then like I'm sure it's not gonna be perfect the first time. Sometimes you can get it perfect that first, like within that first shot, but it's multiple shots that you got to keep shooting because the vocals got to be spot on, crisp, and that's why it sounded so amazing. You know, that we see the finished product right here. But like I tell people, I'm more so one of those people that fall in love with the process, because I enjoy the overall process of how the final product is created as opposed to the final product itself, if that makes sense. But you know, it can even go into, you know, like me recording these videos and stuff. Like the only thing y'all seeing right now is the finished product. Y'all don't see the editing. Y'all don't see me setting up the lighting, getting all the equipment right, microphone, sound checks. Like y'all don't see all of that stuff, but only thing you see is this end product, which is the reaction that I'm, you know, currently recording right now. But I appreciate this and I enjoyed this so much. And if y'all do have more songs from Geoff that y'all want me to get up on the channel, as well as any other voice play songs, y'all make sure that y'all drop them down below in the comments, and I will be checking them out, as y'all can see. But like I said, I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Y'all make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Stay positive and stay smiling. And without further ado, this is your boy Retro Quin. I'm out.